What's going on, guys? Not a whole lot really to be said. I know I haven't been uploading a lot. That's because I really haven't had the drive to really play this game all that much, or any game for that matter. Kind of burnt. But I hopped on today. I only played like 3 matches, and we're going. Man, I say end a lot. But we are. There we go again. We're using the, what is it called? The fucking Model 680? Model 680 out of Model 680, which is honestly a very, very underpowered weapon. Yeah, we're using it in hardcore, so pretty much at any distance it's going to be a one-shot. But what like, if you take it into core or hardcore, the fire rate is just so abysmal. Like, if I could compare it to the fire rate, it's like half the speed of the China Lake from Black Ops 1. That's how it feels anyway. I do think that it does need a slight fire rate increase, like maybe by maybe by 20 rounds per minute, give or take. And I think we would have this shotgun to be a little bit more competitive, at least in terms of the 725 and the snake shot. But yeah, we're going ahead and grinding this because after I get this gold, we will have platinum shotguns. I mean, I already had the gold 725. I think that was like the 3rd or 4th gun I got gold. I can't really remember, but it was really early on. Actually, it was like right around the first time they rolled out shipment. I got that gold. Got the R90 gold, got the Origin 12 gold, and we're working on this one, and I honestly think I'm just going to go with pistols, or go ahead and start on the Riot Shield, because the Riot Shield is going to be, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm just not looking forward to the Riot Shield. But we are kind of just breezing through the Damascus camos at this point. I think what I'm going to hate the most is probably the sniper rifles, because I don't like sniping in this game. This is one of the very few Call of Duties where I don't like sniping. And it's just, you know, gotta get it up to a certain rate to be able to quick scope. But like the HDR is so slow. Like, you could go into a private match, put on all the attachments to make the HDR as fast as possible, and it's still very slow compared to the X50. Which that is the quick scoping sniper. Or if you want to, you know, have a little bit more fire rate, more mobility, you go with the, what is it called? The MK2 carbine, the cowboy rifle, which is pretty inconsistent. Or the Kar 98, which is a little bit more oomph to it than the MK2, but the bolt back speed is very slow. And that's just because that's the way this game is designed to be a overall slow-paced game. You go back to any other pump action or bolt action rifle, like, even though, yeah, they were slow, they didn't feel this slow, if you know what I mean. Like, this just feels so slow. If you miss your shot or you get a hit marker with this shotgun, you could almost 100% just give up because you're gonna die. Because there's also like a slight delay, like after you cock your gun, to be able to shoot again. And then sometimes this is one of those guns where when you shoot it, none of the bullets come out. And a lot of the shotguns are like that. Like, you can shoot and like it's in like this, I guess, the startup frames of you know, shooting your gun. And if you die during those startup frames, it's pretty much lights out. Nothing comes out the fucking barrel. Which I guess that makes sense. It's probably just due to lag, or maybe to prevent trading more often. But so far, this is by far the, in my opinion, the worst shotgun in the game. I thought the Origin 12 was bad, but at least the Origin 12 it definitely has the fastest fire rate of any of the shotguns. So if you miss a shot, you can just spam it, and as long as you're, and it's within its range, you're gonna get that kill. I'm gonna say about 65% of the time. But with this, you have to be accurate. It's a little bit harder in hardcore because you don't have the center reticle or anything. The only reason why I play hardcore is just because it makes the grind so much easier, especially guns like this where if you get a hit marker, you're pretty much fucked. So I do think that this gun needs a slight fire rate buff. I don't know about a damage increase, but I guess I'd make it more consistent in core at least. To be more consistent just with the one-shot kills. It was like, this is supposed to be like the Spaz or the Remington of this game. And it just does not compete. Like, it reminds me kind of the fire rate of like the China Lake, like I said before, but also it's just a little bit faster than the Model 1887 from MW3. That's what it feels like. Like, if you miss a shot with the Model 1887 in Modern Warfare 3, the time to kill was, you know, longer. So even though it was pretty slow in terms of, you know, being able to shoot if you miss your shot or you got a hit marker, you could almost always get a follow-up shot. And the same with the Spaz, and especially the Black Ops 2 Remington. Or even the Stakeout from Black Ops 1. Which, I guess, again, that's to make it more realistic, but realism doesn't belong in video games unless it has simulation in the title. That's the way I see it. But overall, I don't see this gun being used a lot. At least in core modes. But I do see this gun being used a lot in hardcore. That's just because there's more of a variety in hardcore. Because everyone is doing the same thing you're doing, you know what I mean? They're grinding camos, they're getting challenges done, they want Damascus just as much as the next person. That's why they're using pistols, like machine guns, marksman rifles. Because in core, even though they did nerf the MP5 and M4 and gave the M13 a buff, you're still gonna get melted by those guns. So they don't want to make a gun not viable. I get that, but when there's the two best guns in the game are like 20% of the Call of Duty community uses those guns, I wouldn't say there's necessarily a problem with those guns, but rather a problem with every other gun in the game. Like it's M4, MP5, and the 725. Like I was watching the the first day of CDL, like COD League and shit, and everybody, M4, MP5, M4, MP5, M4, MP5, and then when they played Piccadilly, SD, like they have one guy on each team with a sniper rifle, which I guess that's how you play competitive. I'm not a competitive player. Like when it comes to Call of Duty, I'm a casual player. At least when it comes to Call of Duty. I'm sorry if you hear me like sucking up some snot back up into my nose, but I'm a little stuffed up. It's not coronavirus, it's Modelo virus. But yeah, there's not much to say else about this. I do think that this definitely needs a base fire rate increase because there's really nothing to speed up the fire rate. There is no rapid fire in this game. And maybe a buff to the base ADS time. And I think this gun would be used a little bit more. It wouldn't be as strenuous, the right word? I don't know, but that's the end of the gameplay. We're on the top of the leaderboard, but we went like negative 8. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. If you did enjoy the gameplay and/or the commentary, please leave a like and subscribe, and you will have a big pee-pee. by doing that. So, yeah, peace out, guys.